The easiest way to misunderstand the TECNO Spark 50 is to review it like it is trying to be a flagship, but it's not. This phone makes more sense when we judge it by the problems it is actually trying to solve. The biggest thing this phone is selling is peace of mind. The battery is huge. And the simple meaning is that less battery anxiety and less time looking for a charger. For infected people, that really matters more than having flashy numbers they might never even feel. And once you understand that, the whole phone starts to make more sense. This is a phone that seems built around normal human stress. Drops, dust, weak signal, noisy calls, and long doors outside are the kind of things it feels is designed for. That is also why the durability story matters here. A lot of phones look nice until real life starts happening to them. This one, it feels like it knows well, that real life is actually messy. Small drops will happen, dust gets everywhere, and sometimes your hands are wet. You stay able to use your phone properly. And that is the kind of everyday reality this phone is leaning into. So instead of trying too hard to feel luxurious, it is trying to feel dependable. And honestly, that is a smart decision for this category. Even the design follows that same thinking. It is still looking modern, and it does not come across like a boring survival tool. So we are not sacrificing appearance just because the phone is trying to be practical fair. The screen is another good example of where the phone tries to balance things out. It is big, and it feels smooth when you scroll, which helps it feel more modern in the daily use. But at the same time, this is not the kind of display you buy because you want the sharpest visuals or the clearest picture possible. And that is where the honesty comes in. TECNO clearly chose smoothness and size over trying to impress people with a super crisp display. It's one of those decisions that makes sense when you remember this phone is trying to prioritize the basics that people feel every single day. This is not a phone I would describe as a beast, let's be honest. It is more the kind of phone you buy because you want your normal apps, your social media, making calls or videos, and your day-to-day use to feel more stable and less stress or stress-free if possible. That's an important decision, or that's an important distinction. And a lot of people do not actually need extreme performance. They just want a phone that behaves well. Okay, it lasts long and it does not become annoying after a few months of usage. Charging this device tells the same story too. The phone gives you a lot of battery to work with, but it is not trying to be one of those phones that fills up at crazy speeds. So the selling point here is more about lasting long than charging fast with 6,700 mAh battery capacity. The camera on this device is also easier to understand when you keep it simple. Keyword simple. It is there to help you catch your moments quickly and cleanly. It is not really about pretending you are carrying some professional camera in your pockets, no. But again, that is why features like flash snap and live photo make a lot of sense on this device. They are less about the camera bragging rights and more about helping you miss fewer moments when you're taking pictures. And for most people, that is actually the more useful thing. One thing I do like about this phone is that some of its most interesting features are not the usual attention-grabbing ones. There are things like clear calls in very messy places or being able to stay connected in difficult situations are the kind of features that do not sound exciting at first, but in real life, those are the things that can quietly make the phone better to live with. The infrared remote control feature is another good example. Now hear me out. It sounds small until the TV remote starts disappearing again and everybody in the room is checking under their seats or pillows. Then suddenly the phone in your hand becomes way more useful than you expected because you can use it to control your TV. And that is what makes this device interesting to me. The AI features on here also make more sense when you look at them from that angle. Again, instead of treating AI like some magic buzzword, it is better to see them as little tools that can help with small tasks. Writing help, translation help, clearer calls, and basic assistance are all more meaningful when they are solving everyday problems. Now, that same practical thinking shows up in the overall experience. Watching videos, listening to music, making calls, moving around all day, and just using the phone casually should feel more comfortable here. It's a phone that seems more interested in helping daily life run smoothly than in showing off. Now here's my honest downside of this device, is that you can still see where TECNO cuts corners. This is not the sharpest display around. It's not the fastest charging phone at 18 watts either. And it's not the kind of phone I would overall tell to someone who really cares about heavy gaming and raw power. But I also think those compromises feel more intentional. They do not feel careless. They feel like the results of Tecno decided what mattered most for the kind of buyer this phone is meant for. So who is it actually for? I think it's for the person who wants a phone that lasts, survives small, and handles regular life without drama. Someone who cares more about peace of mind than showing off specifications. And that is really the best way to describe the TECNO Spark 50. Because honestly, it tries to be everything. And it is interesting because it knows exactly what kind of phone it actually wants to be. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section and we could talk more, Charlie.